but I want to help people be as entertaining as they can be and as inspiring as they can be. I'm Jackie Apostel, and we're here with Barber International Unlocked to talk about me.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from and what you do?
I am half Brazilian, half German. I grew up in both places, moved to the States for a little bit, and now I'm here. I work in entertainment. I am a songwriter, I'm a creative director, and just a general storyteller.
When did you start writing music?
I probably started writing for myself when I was like 15, 16, but I didn't know I was writing songs. I was just really I loved writing, but I always wanted to be in the music industry and I didn't want to be an artist, so I thought that was a good way around it.
Why didn't you want to be an artist?
I don't love the spotlight. I don't like how it feels to be kind of defined by one specific identity, and I loved all sorts of music at that point, and I didn't think I could kind of flip around in all the genres I wanted to do. And I think as a writer or behind the scenes, you get more flexibility to do more.
Yeah.
You go into a room and a lot of times you've never met the person you're working with, and you get to kind of be someone else for the time being. The reason why I like doing the creative direction part simultaneously to songwriting is because I think it all goes together. Like, this song goes so much beyond what's on the paper or on the record. Like, it's about how you're going to perform it and what kind of person is going to sing it and how are they going to be dressed and like what would the visuals be for that. And I think the whole concept in itself is so interesting. Like, I want to be able to form a world instead of just write a song. I think that's the only way to really be satisfied. I always separate it into three pillars. Like, you're either writing for pitch, which means you're writing and the artist isn't there, and you're coming up with songs because maybe you know like an artist is working on a project and you're like, let's say Sabrina Carpenter is looking for songs, and then you sit down with a producer by yourself and you start writing, and then obviously conceptually in your brain you're like, if I were her, what would I want to release next? Like, where am I going? And then it's very technical and mathematical, like, this is how that should sound, so let's do something like that. Or B, you're in a room with the artist and they come in and they talk about what's going on in their life, whether it's like they have a reference of like a sound, like they want to do something that's up-tempo and disco, so that would be the starting point. Or the third pillar for me is I'm kind of writing for myself, in which case lyrics always come first for me, and I'm always thinking about concepts and things that I want to do.
How do you maintain your authentic signature whilst working with bigger teams?
I think it's kind of inevitable. Like, you are who you are, and even depending on who you work with, your ideas and your suggestions a lot of times are kind of embedded in like what you actually enjoy. So there's a certain identity that stays. It's almost like more of a task to try not to have that. I want people to look back at the projects I've done and want to show their kids and want to be like, oh, this is what used to be happening when I was young, or like even influence them to do something similar in their own life, and like hopefully work with artists that give people a little bit of hope for the industry and give people a little bit of joy in their life. I just want to entertain. Like, my main goal is to entertain. I think those are my two main posts, to entertain and to inspire. This was fun!